As many of you might know, there's a new Harry Potter game on the way, but it's not actually Harry Potter. It's called Hogwarts Legacy. I've been a fan of the Harry Potter series since the first book came out in 1997, and the first 3 or 4 books were actually read to me by my mother. And then after my 30th Harry Potter themed birthday party, I decided to... Just messing with you guys, but on a real note, there is a lot of nostalgia tied to this epic fantasy world, especially for myself, and this game is starting to look pretty interesting. So let's talk about it. I'll start off this video with the news. The Hogwarts Legacy official Twitter page announced that Hogwarts Legacy will now be releasing in 2022. No longer 2021. A tweet sent out today said this: "We would like to thank fans from around the world on the tremendous reaction to the announcement of Hogwarts Legacy from our Portkey Games label. Creating the best possible experience for all of the wizarding world and gaming fans is paramount to us, so we're giving the game the time that it needs." Well, it's fair to say that Portkey Games must have watched the Cyberpunk 2077 release. Games that are rushed pretty much never turn out good, so I would say that this is good news. I want this game to be polished and complete. The company has been developing games since 1996, however I'm not entirely familiar with most of their resume. I would have to say that the thing I'm most excited for with this game is the open world RPG aspect to it, or so they claim. I'm very curious as to how far we'll actually be able to explore, and to what extent the RPG elements will reach to. I remember playing Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone video game back in 2001, as well as a couple after that, and I don't recall anything even close to an open world RPG experience. With modern day technology in a game in RPG form, this could be a truly amazing experience. It has also been said that players will be given the opportunity to make their own narrative choices. So Hogwarts Legacy will take place in the late 1800s, and for those who don't know, the Harry Potter book series took place in the 1990s. Harry Potter himself is not even close to even being a thought at this time. He was born in 1980, and in the Sorcerer's Stone, I believe he was 11 years old, so that book took place around 1991. The late 1800s setting I think is going to be great and adds its own mystery to the setting. I'm much more excited for this century than if it was modern day and all the wizards were on TikTok and had iPhone 12s. Would a wizard need an iPhone? Let me know in the comments below. Many people are speculating that the game will take place in the 1870s specifically, which would bring us around the time of the 393rd Quidditch World Cup, which was known as the tournament that nobody remembers, because nobody recalled the events of that day. The cause of this is thought to have been an outbreak of a mass fungus that causes confusion and memory loss, or possibly a mass memory charm perpetuated by the Goblin Liberation Front. It's important to know that goblins were not treated too well during this time, and I'm sure this will be evident as we play the game. Speaking of Quidditch World Cup, more nostalgia hits me as I remember playing Harry Potter Quidditch World Cup on the Nintendo GameCube. Good times. In Hogwarts Legacy, you'll be experiencing life as a student at the school of none other than Durmstrang, and you'll embark on I'm just kidding, Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry, and you'll embark on a hidden journey to uncover the truth of the wizarding world, whatever that means. This game will remain true to J.K. Rowling's original works, but the developers and the Portkey label will be charting new territory by creating fresh ways for fans to immerse themselves in the world. It's important to stay true to the foundation of the books, in my opinion, but considering that it's set in the 1800s, there's probably a lot of room for creativity. As a player, you'll be able to be a witch or a wizard. You'll be choosing your house at the start of the game. Let your house be known below, don't be ashamed even if you're old. And you'll also be growing your character's abilities by mastering powerful spells, brewing potions, and the best news here, taming magical beasts. Unfortunately though, Hagrid will not be around either, because he attended Hogwarts and was sorted into House Gryffindor in 1940, and he was of course expelled in his 3rd year when he was framed by Tom Riddle. Don't you dare say his other name. As we talked about earlier, the open world part is exciting, but the only information we have on where we'll actually be able to go at this time is Hogwarts, of course, the Forbidden Forest, and Hogsmeade. There will certainly be more locations, and who knows, maybe we'll even see London. And that'll be it for today's video. As you guys can tell, my voice is kind of weaning away right now. I've been streaming and then doing videos after, and I'm doing another video after this. We're just going at it right now, but it feels good to get this work done. There's a lot of good things on the horizon, and this Harry Potter game is a fantasy game, open world, and supposedly an RPG, so it kind of does fit on this channel. And maybe I'll touch up on my Harry Potter lore over the next couple months and delve into that type of content. If you guys ended up enjoying this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. I really appreciate it. It's a huge help to my videos. I do all sorts of content on this channel, ranging from live streams to game reviews to game tutorials to class guides to much more. Crap. I always forget this part. Anyways, until next time.